According to rules of civil procedure, vexatious litigant subject to pre-filing order under Section 391(7) may file an application to vacate the pre-filing order and remove his or her name from the Judicial Council's list of vexatious litigants subject to pre-filing orders. A court may vacate a pre-filing order and order removal of the vexatious litigant's name from the Judicial Council's list of vexatious litigants subject to pre-filing orders upon a showing of a material change in the facts upon which the order was granted and that the ends of justice would be served by vacating the order. Here we have Judge Hamilton presiding over 3 different cases involving main defendant bail bond agent Stephanie Johnston, one of which had a suggested judgment set aside. 3 were dismissed without prejudice. 1 gave the tentative ruling with a clear path to move forward. May 10, 2011. 1 completely changing course 30 days later into a questionable vexatious order. June 8, 2011 imposed on his own accord, wherein 7 of the 9 cases in that order were dismissed without prejudice, falling well below Code of Civil Procedure 391(d)(1)(2) and 3 statutory requirements. Also dismissed in its entirety by Judge Dale K. March 15, 2013, while the main defendant bail bond agent and notary Stephanie Johnston used the same fraudulent keys of trust to extort $48,642.62 from siblings' assets 12 years later, clearly presenting a material change in the facts needed for a application to vacate. Integrity of the public record is at stake. The following history necessitates court intervention. District Attorney 2010-2011 confirmed fraudulent use of Commission #157-1789 and forwarded the matter to the Secretary of State. Statutory violations. The notarizations violate God Code 8205 Notary Authority and 8214.1 Misconduct. Perlakagi. Panos 2008, 161 Calac 4th 77. The interests of justice require that a litigant not be barred from the courts when seeking to remedy documented fraud by a public officer. A judge must be disqualified if a person aware of the facts might reasonably entertain a doubt that the judge would be able to be impartial. Noting reviewing own conduct is a violation of due process for a judge to sit in judgment of his own prior contested rulings when those rulings are challenged on the basis of material change in the facts. Respondi errors that lack of statutory criteria. Conclusion. Therefore, for reasons set forth in this declaration and before any other petitions or application can be heard, applicant requests this ex parte declaration of plaintiff Philip Sanders for the disqualification of Judge Jeffrey Hamilton pursuant to Code of Civil Procedure 171A, 6A. Integrity of the bench. Immediate disqualification allows a neutral judge to evaluate the 2023 material change in facts, the theft of $48,642.62, well as a pending district attorney complaint I-254653 without the confirmation bias inherent in a judge defending his own June 8, 2011 decision. Applicant requests reassignment and immediately referral to the assistant presiding judge for reassignment to neutral and impartial judicial officer Philip Sanders. Fraud victim.